Hi everyone, and welcome to the next episode of GREGOR Theory. My name is Radovan Gregor, and I would like to introduce you to the theory of intelligence evolution. My approach is to look for connections between the processes of the mind and information in general. In the last episode, we talked about activation of past information by subconsciousness. But I recently came across a YouTube debate on quantum consciousness with Max Tegmark, among other guests. The question that intrigued me was, what is the role of the observer and the role of consciousness in relation to physics? There are two main approaches of the significance of the observer: the general relativity and quantum mechanics. I don't want to really jump into all this physics stuff, but the fact is that once we fully understand the nature of consciousness, then we will get the answer to many questions that concern physics as well. Of many, I will mention only the phenomenon of time. Why is there an arrow of time, or why does time appear to flow? So physicists need to study consciousness, but physics aims to predict what observer observes and not what observer is. In my opinion, we have to shift our focus not only on the observer, but also on the object of observation, or better to say, the connection between these two phenomena. First, the observer in GR has no effect on that which is being observed, yet he has a clear proof of the observed reality by receiving certain input signals, for example photons. But what does he really see? He can see only a partial information. That means when information from the object is projected to his position, this information is not complete. It loses part of its content. The observer, though, does not know about the full state and in any way influences the state of the object itself. Although he can influence the partial reality of the information that is being projected. For example, by changing his position in different direction, he can experience different trajectories of the observed objects. That is relativity. But again, observer sees no full information, but the system that creates the thinking is satisfied with this observation of partially projected reality, because it is generating mind reality of its own. Mind reality is partial one compared to the original source of information or objective reality. It is sufficient to add just partial information of observation to be able to make a prediction of the future state of an object. The reason for this is, there actually are two reasons. First, it is the gravity. The gravity keeps a steady framework for any event, meaning if the ball has once fallen to the ground when it was released from the hand, it will always fall or act the same way. Or if you throw the ball repeatedly with the same force or intensity, it will fall to the exact same place. Simply put, the gravity enables repetition, or in other words, imagine a superposition with all the outcomes being the same caused by the effect of gravity. The other reason is the memory, which keeps tracks and memorizes the past events so that the mind can predict the future event or observation on its outcome by activating the past information or past experience. This means once you experienced something in the past, you can make a prediction of the future state of a present object based on the past experience. On the other hand, we have quantum mechanics, where we have superpositions and differential partial states. The observer is the entity which affects that what is being observed. The observer is has in fact a real connection with the objective reality, experiencing differential partial information of reality by changing his position. But this is not a partial information of projection. It is partial information of the object itself. But the question is, can the observer observe the superposition in real time? The answer is no. Observer will always observe only partial information, a partial reality. The only one experiencing the superposition or superinformation is the object itself. We have to realize that we are lacking two things in quantum world: the gravity and memory. The observer in microstate has no memory. Why? Why would he need a memory in a system that could not be predicted based on the previous observation or previous information? This idea is very simple. The memory and gravity enables the consciousness under very specific circumstances, that is, in a world of microparticles. It is a different type of reality that is created in the quantum world. We have to understand that these two are not the same. The objective reality could not be fully comprehended by the mind reality, because the latter deals only with the information subset of the original objective reality. But imagine we are living in a microstate, in a quantum world. We cannot experience the superposition state of an observed object. How can we think about the superposition? This could be achieved by experiencing and memorizing different partial states over a period of time and then connecting all these information together. Consciousness acting over a long period of time creates superposition information, or we can call it superinformation. We do not need quantum brain to enhance our thinking. Penrose claims quantum mechanics plays an essential role in understanding of human consciousness. I have to agree with his idea that mind is not algorithmic, but in my opinion, it is not quantum mechanics that is responsible for this. The secret is information patterns and ability to enhance information dynamically, or in other words, to be able to constantly receive new information in present time instead of recycling or activating past information. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to post a comment or to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.